Yo, what up, bro? Yo, our intro music is insane, son. Yo, I hate when it goes off because I'll be vibing hard. Yo, I know cats don't feel it like I feel it, bro, but I'll be sitting here vibing on that joint like I'm in a club or something. Like I'm ready to go. What up, baby? Shout out to my brother Jazz, man. It was good,
we,
son.
we in the building. We in the building.
As usual, every day, all day, baby. For
No
real.
doubt. Peace and blessings to my brother and his family. For
Yes,
sure, for
sir.
sure.
Shout out to my brothers, Matt, you know what I mean, doing their thing or whatever the case may be. Shout out to my boy Cole, doing a family thing. Um, I'm still in the studio, bro, but my studio is in complete disarray. Like everything is everywhere, man. We painting, doing some new things, whatever. So yeah, but look, the show must go on, right?
My studio is in about a 3 or 4 year hiatus.
eventually, eventually, it'll all be said and done, man. We'll be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
hmm
but once again, shout out to my brother DJ Jazz, Jazz the DJ, and if you didn't know, it's the other half of the dynamic duo.
What squad today?
Yo, this is insane, insane.
That's funny. That's funny, right? Just to get off quickie. So I'm at work. Lady gets on the bus.
That's good.
Uh, she's talking in
Mm-hmm.
Spanish. I don't know. To me, I don't look like I'm Spanish. And she's just like, but then I heard her say
Just leave it down there.
cinco ocho. I was like, 58.
That's bad.
I'm like, oh, you ain't going across the street. And she
Yo,
was like, all right, man. So I guess that's why I was in the Dorse mood.
oh yeah.
Uh,
You gotta excuse me. I just knocked over the whole monitor. I told you. Thank you, baby. Everything is in complete disarray. Screen is crooked.
I don't see you either, bro.
Nah.
Nah, I
Uh,
just went into YouTube. See, I don't see anything there in YouTube.
hold on a second. Jeez. I don't know what I did, bro. Hold on one second. I just sent you another link. You probably had the old one. But yeah,
Okay.
um, outside of the fact that let's see, I just knocked over the screen. Uh turned the monitors off. The only good thing is that the computer was still rocking, so um yeah, apologize. But this is what happens when you got small budget for big town production. but
Uh,
so real quick, um I want to send a my condolences to the family of Michael Wright, my brother from the Five Heartbeats, passed away this week. I think he was 70 years old. Michael Wright was one of my favorite heartbeats. You
Yo,
know,
bro, he played that role so well. I'm sitting here right now, still thinking like, did he once have substance abuse before or something?
I know, I know. I mean, he had a
'Cause
couple of other joints, but that was one of my favorite movies, man. That movie's iconic. I think that movie was out 35 years ago,
damn, that long.
bro. That's a long time, long time.
Mhm. And
Um,
who's my man that we actually got a chance to actually interview? Um,
Um, Leon Robinson.
Leon. Leon, yeah, Leon.
Yeah, Leon Robinson. Um, we did the 35th anniversary for Video Music Box, and we had the whole crew out there, bro. We had a great day today. You know what I mean? We got a great interview with Dr. Dre from Ed Love and Dr. Dre. Um, we got Red Alert,
Red Alert. Um, kid,
Kid, Kid and
kid.
Play.
No,
We got
we,
Play.
I think did we get kid or did we get play? We got play,
We
I
got
think.
we
Right?
got Play.
Yeah, we
Um,
got play.
so here's how we set it up. So stars will be stars, bro. I mean, some of them are divas. That's guys or girls. Um, but we set up a nice size tent, for the crew because it was hot that day. It was like, all right, we got a nice little tent. You know what I mean? We threw some of our interviews under that, and then the stars started coming in. There was quite a few people out there. So at first they were like, all right, I'll come back. You know what I mean? You know what that means. You know,
Mhm.
if you don't get it then, you ain't never gonna see him again. But there was only but so many tents out there, right? And it started raining. So I was like, yo, Jazz, this is perfect timing, bro. You know what I mean? Because dudes started flooding under the tent. So I was like, you could stay, but you got to give us an interview. And that's how we got Play. We got Red Alert. We got some councilmen. We had so many interviews, kid.
I think we got I think we got one of the I think we got Reg from Disco Twins.
Yeah, oh,
Um,
man, we got so many people that day.
Mr. Cheek,
You know what I
Mr.
mean?
Cheek was Mr. Cheek was one of the guys that
Yeah,
I'll
he
be
was trying
back.
to avoid us. He really was. He was like, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. But once he got under that tent, bro, you could stay. But you're going to have to give us an interview. Um, yeah, but we had a great day that day, man. It was a great performance that day too. A lot of people showed out, you know. So, but Leon Robinson was one of the five heartbeats that was there, and he gave us an extensive interview. Um, that was a good interview.
Yeah,
We had
I think that might have been what, like maybe about a year, half an hour, something.
yeah, he gave us one in the parking lot and one on the outside of the tent. So yeah, we had a great time with him, man. He was really, 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 really into it. You know what I'm saying? I was happy with his interview, man. Um,
Mhm.
we had the Rough Riders out there, the X riders out there. Who else? Man, we had so many people out there that day, man. We had a lot of people show up, you know. But I say all of that to say, um, Michael Wright was one of our favorite heartbeats. You know what I mean? You know, sure you want to hang with old Eddie King. That's one of my favorite scenes, bro. and and the silver suit. Ta-dang!
Yeah, so who was his brother in that? Um, that
Who was he?
was a
What?
or was that a different or was that a different movie? Now that might have been a different movie because I think something was Figure Hill with him and what's the dark skin actor?
Oh, I know you talking. I know you talking about. It is a different movie. It's a
I
different
think
movie.
okay, yeah, because he played almost like eh, you know how they stigmatize you to a certain role
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he played the same role like in that movie also too.
That's the problem with actors like Jalil Wright, um, Urkel,
Yeah.
he can't really get a serious role. You know what I mean?
Um,
Because he's stigmatized as Urkel. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
I mean, you can't do the same thing. Gary Coleman. You know, he's never going to get a serious role. You
Yeah, he
know,
wouldn't have. Nah. You know,
so
even though they give him some cameos and something, but it's still almost like you
yeah,
still want to see the same thing.
you stuck in that mode. You know what I mean? So
Mhm. Even
um,
even actors like Kevin Hart, even though I think he might have been producing a lot of his stuff lately, but it's almost like even if I think he played this one serious role where he was a I don't know what you call those guys that be helping out uh folks that's in wheelchairs and stuff like that and whatever, right? And it's supposed to be like a serious role, but they throw some comedy in there also.
yeah, I mean, me personally, man, I feel like, well, my son is in film, so he's an actual producer. Um, my son is incredible. I know a lot of people will be like, "Well, you're supposed to say that because you're his dad," but my son is incredible when it comes down to his craft.
And he's been doing it since 3 years in high school.
What, 16?
Mhm.
He's been doing it for a grip. So, but he's incredible at his craft. He's knowledgeable, um, and he educates. Man, that's one of the things that we're going to be doing soon. We're going to get back into um, the school that we was teaching at one point in time. So we're going to get back into that. But I say all that to say that um, when it comes down to film, when you just put everybody into one box, it takes away from the craft, man. Because there's a lot of people out there that can do more than one thing. They can multitask in more than one thing.
You know
Jazz is
what?
DJ,
But
but he
yeah, but
does film.
not to even cut you off, bro. But I think sometimes the worst thing that can happen to you is have early success in your niche. So like say a lot of comedians and stuff like that. If you jump right out the box and you had success, producers wanna keep capturing that. The comedy aspect and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
type of stuff. You know, um, and I guess it's kind of hard to get out of that.
I feel um, like there was a lot of actors and actresses um, who I felt was super talented.
20.
You know,
If it looked good,
So-
sorry about that, bro.
that's all good.
You getting some background interruption.
Oh, that's all good. As look, we do things. We've always done things live and on the fly. If you know me and Jazz, everything has been live. There's been no setup studio to where it's like, 90,000 people around us. It's always been live and direct.
So you might,
So,
you never know. You might catch us some home stuff. You might even catch
yeah,
somebody in the middle of an argument.
yeah, it happens. It happens. You know. But man, once again, man, I just want to send out my condolences, man, to my brother. That's going to be a hard loss. You know what I mean? Because he was super talented. You know, super talented, man. Reminds me a lot of Jazz, man. You know, so
He
yeah,
kind of reminds me of him. What was that? The actor that played in the one that got the scar across his face, the dark skinned brother that passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, you talking about Omar?
Um, Omar, yeah, you know, great
Yo, The
actor, great
Wire.
actor, and he was
The
yo, bro, he was really, really just getting his groove on too, man.
Yeah,
Losing
bro.
his
He
brother
was just
too.
starting to get into it. Just
Hmm.
starting to get into it. That was probably one of my favorite hood shows. The Wire, bro. To this day,
It was like 2 or 3 seasons in before I even somebody people tell me, like some you want to see, and then some you just you ain't even thinking about it. Cause I think back then, back then you was telling me about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm
yo,
gonna try to tap in on it or something. It was like 2 or 3 seasons in before I even. I was like,
that was my joint, bro. That was my joint. Every week, The Wire, that Sopranos, that and Sopranos. You know,
added to the Soprano. I tried to get into the boardwalk a little bit. Um, I think I watched some of that, the boardwalk. Um,
my newest joint is that I'm late on, so I'm doing a lot of binge watching. I'm pretty much at the end. But The Godfather of Harlem,
yeah, I got most of those. Yeah, those.
that's my joint right there. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? Um, there's a couple other shows that I've been locking into.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, but
but
that
yeah,
just goes
man,
to show it seemed to go to show that which I'm still kind of surprised they still got movies playing in big theaters
uh huh.
because like straight like Netflix movies. I think at some point they're going to step up their it's not going to be more like say uh I don't know if this is how but it's going to give you more. I just can't see the industry with movies sustaining big theaters and big screens and stuff like that, especially with the advancement of everything now. 'Cause you see how everybody doing straight to a lot of people just doing straight to Prime, straight to
Yeah.
Netflix and
Um,
stuff.
that it, it's good in a sense. Um, like I just came from the movies today. I went to go see Odyssey, which
What was
is
the name of that?
Odyssey.
I don't think I don't know nothing about the movies, bro. Even though I think the last movie I went to see was the wifey. We went to see Michael Jackson movie. And I hadn't been in a movie probably like 15 years. Movie theater to that joint.
Man, let me tell you something. Like I
And I'm
told you,
glad I went too, actually.
my son is into film. So when he comes out here, bro, if he's out here for 5 days, I can say he's going to 4 out of 5 or maybe 5 out of 5. He's in the movie theater. He stay in the movie theater, bro. And this is how you know he's great at his craft because he knows just about every shot, how it's happening, the lighting.
I was just about to say, like, his perspective of watching a movie is like a chef,
Oh, totally different.
that, like a chef that goes out and to a wedding and they eating
He,
other people's food or going to a
he
restaurant.
he's like the
Is
Gordon Ramsay of film. You know what I mean?
so
You
I can
know he.
imagine the perspective of you critically watching a movie, although you're trying to enjoy it at the same time. You
Oh yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
maybe wondering like I wonder why he. Oh, I see why he did that shot like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
because
think about they think about everything.
he'll go see a movie. He'll go see a movie. I don't know why my lips is not moving. He'll go see a movie, and I'll go see it, and I'll be like, "Oh, that movie was pretty good." And he'll be like, "Really, Pop? That movie was garbage," or "It wasn't good." I don't think he'll call it garbage. He'll be like, "That movie wasn't all that good." You know, I'll be
Mm.
like, "Yeah." I thought it was pretty good. But see, I got to remember his perspective is different. You know what I mean? So he's looking at it from a different lens. You know, whereas me, I'm looking at, like, I want all the effects, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't like watching regular movies in a regular movie theater. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be a certain type of movie theater. you know, um, like he only likes 4K movies if he can get it. He loves old school movies, but prefer something totally different. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, I mean, when I tell you this little man's a beast in the film industry, they don't know what they're losing out on, missing out on him. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. You know,
Do you envision him having a project uh for Netflix or Prime or Stars or something like that?
absolutely,
Is he right?
absolutely.
Is he writing something or do we
Oh,
or
Jazz,
anything like? Because
he stayed
he
writing.
comes he comes from a he comes from a writing family.
Listen, I write, so
He comes from a writing family.
and I'm not saying he writes because I write, but I'm just saying that I stay writing. But I stay writing because he stayed writing. You know what I mean? So it's one thing push the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've even told you, I was like, yo, Jazz, we need to do this collaboration on this on this movie that I was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write a little something. I'm gonna send it to you, and I want you to write the same amount and send it back to me. And we're gonna keep doing this until it's done. You know what I mean? We just haven't done it
Yeah.
yet.
Well, you see how different it is from someone that writes and someone that don't. I really just possess that creativity, man, and they can take themselves into a place to where like I could tell this story, and I guess for someone like me and myself, I think the only thing that could take me there probably is true life experiences. If it's something in that realm or trying to, but I guess innately we all have some sort of imaginary story writing or thinking, you know.
I mean, creatively, because I try to put myself into the mind of certain individuals. Like, I started writing a show off of The Wire, and then I started writing a show off of um, oh gosh, what's the name of the movie with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder?
So what was that, Silver Bullet?
Silver Bullet. So um, I had to creatively put it in today's market as opposed to when they did it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm writing according to today's social, timeline, and kind of, move along with that. But it takes a lot of creative, writing to actually put the two together and make it seamless. You know,
I
um,
got like a little brother. He's not little, but he just retired a few years ago from fire department in California as
wait,
a captain or something.
did you
He just
say
recently
a
sent me his
little
script.
brother? He said he ain't little, but
Nah,
he
he
just
ain't little.
retired.
Yeah. My younger brother, right? And uh yeah, he sent me a while back a script. He said, "Yo, Tony, I'm gonna send you the script that I'm writing." and he sent me the first part of it. I haven't, and I really haven't even got a chance really to. I went over, started watching, looking at the first couple of pages.
Mm,
Then I said, "Oh man, okay, I see what I can do now." For instance, he had a name in there that struck a bell, and I was like, "Let me highlight that area so when I do talk to him about the script, pick his brain and why he used that name and and stuff like that,
mm,
and kind of figure out where he getting his inspiration because from what I read so far is like I wouldn't even expect because it's not no kind of like hood movie. It's something it threw me for a loop because I'm like, well, I wonder what made him go there
yeah,
for his first script. It's like something off the beaten path. Like I wouldn't expect, I didn't expect it from him, and that's just off the first couple of pages. And I'm like, that's like something one of them type from just the first couple of pages. It would be something like that. It would be in one of the Cannes film festivals or something like that. Like
yeah,
like we might not see the brilliance of it, but the people that's really into movies and stuff like that, they'll probably see it. But it's I do find myself when I do watch certain movies, like I couldn't picture myself going to the movies to see it, and until I seen it, and I was like, wow. Because sometimes you get disenchanted by the title of it. Like, and I give you a movie for instance, Fried Green Tomatoes, right? When that
I
movie came
still
out,
haven't watched the whole movie.
huh?
I still haven't watched the whole movie.
Oh nah, yo. So one of my partners, he's one of them type of cats. Like he an intellectual type dude, and he was like, "Yo, Jazz, this is way back when every kid." So he's like, "Nah, nah, you got to see Fried Green Tomatoes." I'm like, just the title, but the movie does incorporate fried green tomatoes, but for a reason. And the reason of like just thinking of the movie, like fried green tomatoes, what the heck is this movie be about? Is it a chef that comes up with a good ingredients for fried green tomatoes? And for anybody who ever never tasted um, fried tomatoes, if prepared is good, you know.
Bro, I
Like
never. I watched it. I didn't watch the whole thing. Just like
yo, mm,
what's the name of that show? That show, movie. Um, I think it's called Lady in the Red Dress. Remember when we had the pimp in Flushing that's supposed to have been towards the end.
the
You
pimple
remember the pimp
pleasure.
in
That's
Flushing?
funny. Yeah, yeah. They did a when he died. They did a what they like one of them heroes, the
Yeah,
Flushing Hero. They did a story on him, and it was calling him. He was known for the pimple Flushing
pimp in Flushing. Yo, so he used to walk down the Roosevelt Avenue
with
every
his
day.
with
Had
his
that
cane,
cane,
with his cane, his
cane
hat,
pants. Pants
his
had the
hat
crisp crease in it.
had the
Had the
he
hat,
had the
turned to
original.
the side.
He had the original Diddy Bop, all that, bro.
Bro,
He was almost like Huggy Bear.
yeah. Oh man. I had a
Mhm.
conversation one day. That's how I found out that he was in the movie.
Hold up, no, that's what you're saying. That he was in that movie,
Yeah, yeah. He was in the
literally
movie. Towards the end of the movie.
in.
Yeah, bro. He was the one that told me. And I was like, okay.
Did you get to see the movie and see it?
Bro, I gotta see the movie again. All these years I
What
never
is?
went to go look at it.
I seen that movie. I think I seen most of that movie. What is it called again? Red what? Lady
Uh Lady in the Red Dress?
in the red dress. Yeah, I think I seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
peeping
snap!
out. Now you
Now I'm
want to
trying
see
to
it,
think.
right?
Yeah, Was that movie? I'm trying to think now. Was that movie filmed in New York? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I don't remember, bro. See now, once again,
And you said,
I go
and
to
you
my
said
source.
yeah, you said he was in the end of the movie.
Towards the end of the movie, he said.
Wow. Now I got to go on and see. I'm trying to figure out how.
Gonna rewind it to the last 15 minutes.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what would that be. I got to check Prime. I got to check Netflix. Check those two and see if I maybe HBO Max. Maybe one of them top three might have maybe have it in their repertoire. I got to check. I got to check that. If I see
Yeah,
that,
man. But
see
he was
that.
he was he was mad cool. You know what I mean? But he you could tell you could tell he was definitely a pimp back in the day. You know what I mean? So we were sitting down right by the elevators on Roosevelt. And you know how they got those little benches over there in between the elevators and the stairs,
Uh-huh.
right? So we were sitting over there and he said something to some lady. And he said, man, back in the day, I made good money off you. Yo, she turned around, looked at him like, what? You know, he used the B word. That B, I have you walking up and down Roosevelt Avenue. I was like, yo, it's time for me to go. Yo, I'm in uniform, man, everything, bro. That's all I need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, he definitely played the part.
But
He played that. He played it. Wow,
yeah,
I
he
instead of playing the part, but that might have really been his. I guess that might have been his real mentality.
oh nah,
Like I'm original player
his
from the
mindset,
beginning.
he's still in it. You know, his mind wasn't over there at the time, but he was coherent enough to have a good conversation with you. But he would dip in and out quick fast.
And his whole personality was visual. Like
Yeah.
some people like you probably can figure out their personality by conversation. His
Mm-hmm.
his personality, bro, was strictly visual because he'll just be strolling all day, and you will hear him utter every once in a while something to come pop out of his mouth. you know,
Bro. I remember he told you remember Miss $1?
the $1 holler.
$1.
Yeah, she started
$1.
out with 50. She started out with 50 cent,
She started with
and
50 cent.
I guess with inflation, next thing you know, she was like $1, the
But
$1 holler.
he used to be like, you can make more than $1 with me. Yo, that dude was something else. You can make more than $1 with me. He said, I'll take you. You know, whatever he said to him. I don't want to disrespect son, but son was definitely his mind was in pimp mode all the time, bro.
Yo,
All the time.
I didn't catch him blurting out words here and there. I never heard him in like say no full conversation. Uh, he just stole, bro. From I don't know where he would be coming from, but you would definitely catch him between Union and Roosevelt.
All the time.
Like, all the time. Like that's the only
All the
time I
time.
never seen him outside of that block. Like how
You
sometimes on
never
some of
seen
the
him on the
lines,
main street? He would go down
no,
to Main, look
I
around.
never seen it. Yo, I never seen him make a left. I never seen him make a right.
Nope.
I
Nope.
only seen
He would
him
look around,
coming down
flip
it, coming
around,
down it. Yeah, coming
right back.
down the hill and going
Yeah.
up the hill.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like he had a ankle bracelet on or something like that, and it would shock him if he made a left or right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he
that was
definitely
my
was
guy.
he definitely was probably one of the more popular, well known characters. Like you know,
Yeah, man.
and yep, bless his soul.
Yeah, but he's our our job movie star. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, shout out to my brother, man. You know, but yeah, man. It all started with my guy from the Five Heartbeats. What's your favorite part of the Five Heartbeats?
um, I can't really say favorite part, but I just like the theme of it. Um, and they was quietly giving you how the record business really was, because I'd be damned if it wasn't like that prior
Mm-hmm.
to the movie, and it's like that after. Like it's just like a ruthless business, bro. Like you
Mm-hmm.
almost got to sell your soul, and you or either you got to get to a plateau to where you ain't got to worry about getting hurt. Because if you don't reach that plateau, which only of course a few artists only really got there to where, and even someone like Prince, they still was trying to mess with him. Like and in these contracts, like how could you have a manager and let you sign something crazy like that? But they said, like say someone like Puff, but and he's because he had the opportunity to change the mindset, but he
Yeah.
chose to, I think, to live like those guys that rob people. You know what I'm saying? And in the end, you see nobody came out for him and
Mm-hmm.
and try to support him. Because of like, yo, bro, you had the power, but you wanted to take all the money instead of spreading it around. And they said like he's one of the for him to have been one of the biggest labels at the time. They said no one ever became a millionaire under him.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Biggie probably really didn't get the money until he left. You know, or
If he
until
even got the
unfortunate.
money.
Huh?
I said if he even got the money.
Yeah, he was on the verge of possibility. Once if the rumors are true, he was going to leave. He probably would have got his opportunity. But my thing is like, yo, bro, like, why you can't make all the money. Let people live, bro. Let them. The records that are being sold is most of that money is coming to you guys. So let them have it publishing, bro, where they can recoup some, early.
Yo,
You
bro.
know,
The funny thing about it is, think about all the groups, artists that he worked with. If he was on an up and up, did everything the right way, just took a little bit of cheddar from every group, all the hits that he has, bro, yo, he would still be where he at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he would have been loved, like, in the end all. You had everybody messed up, bro. It's not
yeah,
like, say, like, how can I be selling millions of records, bro, and I'm broke? Just like the same way with, like, say, what was that group? The three females.
oh, Danny can't.
No, not them. With Left Eye and all them, and
Oh, TLC,
like TLC, yeah, like selling all those records, bro, until Left Eye broke it down to like the amount of money they was getting, and then
on the award show at that.
yeah, and then groups like um,
But everybody went through that, bro,
eh,
at that time. You know
all
what I
of
mean?
them.
Look at New
Bro,
Edition. New
and it was
Editions
like
was
I was
broke.
just about to say, NE. I was just about to say that. Like,
You
yo,
know,
signing contracts for VCR and a couple of dollars type stuff. Like, even
bro.
time preposterous, even way back in the 40s, if they would have had VCR stuff,
When,
you
when
know.
when you look at artists back in the day, you know what I mean. And I'm gonna come back to this real quick, but I got to send out this RIP for one of the members of Full Force. Kurt T passed away this week as well. Um,
Which member was he?
he was one of the not one of the brothers, one of the cousins.
On the cousin? Okay. What
Yeah,
was his
yeah.
name again?
Kurt T.
Kurt
I think
T.
it's Curtis Bedow, or something like that.
Mhm.
Um, but I just want to send out, once again, we want to send our condolences to the family, to the fans, to the friends. Um, but moving to the conversation that we was having, my cousin, you know,
I was
had
just
a
going
hit
to ask
record,
you, did you get that information from Doc?
you know, but think about it. My cousin was part of UTFO, and they started one of the biggest crazes in probably hip hop history. Okay, because there was, man, hundreds of answer records and all kinds of stuff like that. But Roxanne was a movement. It wasn't just a hit. That joint was a movement. Okay, so there's no way you could tell me that album never went platinum.
And I remember, yo, bro. I remember you was telling me about the conversation you and him had, and I was like, how the
Bro,
hell
bro, there's
that went?
no way. We talking about across states, across the country. To this day, Roxanne is a movement. And I'm not
Yo,
taking nothing
bro,
from Roxanne Shante and all that, whatever the case may be.
because it was semi like a pop rap record.
Yeah. Because you got to remember, Kango always wanted to sing. you know, that was his thing. He wanted to sing. He wanted to be a rapper, but he wanted to sing. I think he was probably one of the first hip hop artists to sing. I don't remember a record before that. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about
Mhm.
the chorus. I'm talking about singing. You know what I mean? Fairy
Oh,
Tale Lover.
so dancing wasn't their first love.
Um, of course. I I'm gonna be honest with you. Once again, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's your cousin. You supposed to say X, Y, and Z, bro." My cousin was probably the illest dancer. When he went solo, his dances was probably the illest dancers on any platform. Now, Bobby Brown came out. Well, not that he came out. He went solo, I think, a little bit before my cousin came out. But that his dances, when they had that little Gumby look, right? Um, if I put him and my cousin up together, bro, you talking about a battle. You talking about a battle. Doc and his dances was beyond ilmatic. Beyond it. And I blame the record company for not pushing the album because the album itself was fire. But I think Bobby Brown came out, or his project came out almost around the same time, if not a little bit before Doc's came out. If I'm one of the guys that is part of that team, listen, we need to press both of these at the same time because it's only going to fuel the record sales.
Competition. It would have been
Yeah,
like you would start. You know what you would have had? You would have had that competition like Michael Jackson and Prince. Like who? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
but I think they want the same label.
Mm.
They want the same label at the time. At the time, um, yeah, bro. Doc, I'm telling you, lyrically, I put Doc up against a lot of well-known artists now. I don't think LL could have taken him out. You know what I mean? I think UTFO could have given Run DMC and them a run for their money if they had a better production. Like we talking about a whole lot of could haves, but nobody put the time in to give them what they needed.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So many different ideas going in different directions instead of pointing them in the right direction. That's how I feel about it. Because I feel like talent wise, UTFO was a menace to a lot of people. A lot of people. Even to this day, I put Doc up against a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I know people like that. Well, that's your cousin. You're supposed to say, listen, we can get in the room and you can start calling your people and get them, Doc.
Yeah.
Get them. You know what I mean? So my
Yo,
cousin Chuck.
bro. So like, and say for me, from somewhat of a guy that was in the inside and seeing him do some studio work, I was like totally amazed. Like just even meeting the what would you call a guy who did the record, mixed the record for us?
Oh, the
Uh
engineer.
Engineer. Even him just meeting the engineer and the terminology when he was in the booth and want him to run something back or just the terminology. I was like, I was shocked and amazed, bro. I was like, and he was just, I was like, yo, this was remarkable.
So what Jazz is referencing, this is such a sore spot for me. But what Jazz is referencing is we did a song for the Knicks. Oh, wrong side. We did a song for the Knicks, and they were like, "Okay, well, we're gonna put it in the pool. We have a pool of records, and out of the pool, we're gonna pick one."
But before you go there, bro, tell him like the meeting and everything and who we met with.
So we met um, the music director for the Knicks. Um, his name was Ray Custodi. I think he's still there, if I'm not wrong.
Remember I told you I seen him on an interview
Yeah,
on Madison Square Garden, and
yeah, yeah,
he was sitting down with a couple of the players and people. I was like,
yeah. He's
yo,
cool guy. Cool guy. He was mad cool.
yeah, yeah, for
I'm
sure.
I'm still
He
pissed.
even told
I'm
you and
still
I, he was like, yo, come up and watch some games up here with me,
yeah.
type
I mean,
stuff.
real cool dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had the meeting with him. He gave us the tour of the offices. I mean, pretty much the whole building. I mean, he took us around, right? Um, Went in for the listening session, and I feel like there was two ladies in there, and I feel like if we had the two ladies in there when we did the listening session, this may have been a different conversation, right? Because the two ladies was really feeling us, and I don't mean feeling it like oh, hey baby, that no. I'm just saying like they were feeling the vibe that me and Jazz was giving, right? So anyway, we go in, we had the meeting, and he tells us that you know, there's a few hundred records that were submitted, and we'll let you know how things turn out. So a couple weeks go by, so I'm like, all right, I didn't hear anything. Let me reach
Yeah,
out.
cause I was no, we would always talk about, yo, did you hear anything? Like,
Or
it was
every
a
other
minute.
day we were like, yo, what's going on?
But that
So
minute was yo, bro. But that minute was a good minute. That means that they didn't just
kick us
go
off.
strictly on well known. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And that other song we was going up against, the producer was a hot producer at the time. But
yeah. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to
yeah,
that. I'm getting to it. So I get up and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call him up. Boom, boom, boom. And I hate saying that, boom, boom, boom. I don't know why I do that. But, I call him up and I'm not getting a response. So it's kind of irritating me and it's disappointing me at the same time, right? All right, let's go up, right? So Jazz had something to do because he was with the union, so he's doing some things, whatever. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna shoot up, see what's up, come back. So I shoot up. Ray Custodi is at Radio City, right? And they're like, well, you can go there, or you know, hold. No, she was like, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get somebody else to talk to you. So the lady comes out. Remember, I told y'all there was two ladies that was feeling me in Jazz, the vibe that we had, right? So she comes out and she's like, "Oh, I do know that y'all's name is still in the pool, right?" She said that they did get rid of a bunch of records, and I think there's only 5 left, and y'all are part of the 5. And I was like, "Okay, that's good." So the next day, I call up, I get in touch with Ray. Ray answers, and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I heard that you came up, so just to let you know, I'm down to 3." Right? And y'all are part of the 3. And I'm like, okay, so what are my chances? What are we looking at? And then he tells me it was some artist that sent something in, he thought was decent. He really likes ours. And then there was Swiss Beats. When he said Swiss Beats, I was like, okay, all right. I kind of see where this is going. Right? So boom, I call Jazz. I tell him exactly what Ray said, where we were at, and he's like, "Yeah, but we part of the 3." And I'm like, "Yeah, but he said Swiss Beats." And mind you, Swiss Beats had already done songs for him, so I already knew they had a relationship. So my thing is, it's Swiss Beats, right?
but
Uh,
but real quick, what the part that I thought our chances was so great is when he told us, he said, "Look, if we like the song and we use it, we got to buy y'all out of the song."
mhm.
That part
Yeah,
was one that said, "Oh shoot!" For a minute I thought we had it, because the
yeah, because
song was, because up until then we hadn't heard Crispy's song, and then when we did finally hear it, it didn't compare
bro,
to it.
listen. When we finally heard the song, we heard the other song, the other group, whoever it was, and it was okay. I'm never going to discredit another artist, whatever. It was okay. Swiss Beats didn't come close to our song. I'm sorry, and I love Swiss Beats, but our song, put them. Listen, and I said it. Put both of them songs out there, no name on it, and just say, what song would you have picked? And I promise you, it would not have been Swiss Beats. So that's why I told
And
Jazz
yeah,
it was because the
politics,
relationship.
bro. Yeah, it
You
was
know what I mean?
politics. It was strictly politics.
Absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. But here's the flip side to all that. They don't get the song, right? So we're still rocking it. And at the time, me and Jazz is on, um, the internet radio stage, and we promoting, broadcasting, all kinds of stuff, right? Cats is loving it. So I get a call from one of the popular radio stations in Miami, and this is when the Knicks is playing Miami in
Yeah, this is
the
right there.
playoffs,
Playoff time, right? Yeah.
and they're like, "Yo, we love this song. I want to know if we can play it down here in Miami." And I was like, absolutely. I don't see no reason. If anything, send me a link and let me know when you're about to do it so I can put it out down here and it's rocking down there. And we lost the link and everything. Well, we heard it. We just lost the link to everything. I really should have had them do a live with us so that we would have had that video footage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I slept on that. That was on me, man. But that's what Jazz was referencing when he was talking about the artistry, because the artist that did it was Young Day, which is my son, and Doc, the infamous legendary Dr. Ice from UTFO.
The the
Murdered that
so
song.
Zach and I reproduced the record. We we actually on the chorus, but yo, bro, the the lyrics is phenomenal, and the the, the choreograph of how they played off of each other. It's crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe what we're saying, it's on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and type
you can
in
go. You can go.
that
Go,
the
go to
what
our channel.
song,
You can go to our
huh?
channel on YouTube, and you'll see it. It's
The
on
what
there,
it's
bro.
called the what song. And
It's on there.
of course, when years later, when the Brooklyn Nets came about, and this is years after we created the song,
Mm-hmm.
um, they started referencing the chant that we use. We use New York, they use
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Yeah, but we had it. We had that theme first.
Yo, I remember Jazz saying, "Yo, do you think they actually snatched that?" I'm like, bro, I don't know. There's a lot of Brooklyn chats out, man. So I can't let them have it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it sparked me thinking. Like I'm like, I should call them up, and Swiss Beats ain't over there. we might get a plug in. You know what I mean? I'm not a net fan. I don't dislike them, but I'm not a net fan. My son is, but But man, when I tell you, my cousin and my son murdered that track.
Yo, bro, the
Murdered
track
that track.
itself was like it was one of those high energy tracks that, oh man, with mixed with the lyrics, perfect.
Yeah.
Choreograph, but it was like I'm still mesmerized when I listen to it and be like, damn, how did
Let me tell you,
even yo, bro, even the
the
introduction of
studio session, right?
when your cousin first starts off, I'm like, yo, where he get that from?
Tell the studio session, bro. Because the studio session, this is the first time my son and my cousin has ever worked together in the studio, ever. Never been in the studio together. Never like oh, he was in there with my cousin or blah blah. Blah. Never. Okay, just want y'all to understand this. They go in the studio. We talked about it over the phone or whatever, like the chorus and so on and so forth, whatever. That was it. The first time I heard my son's verse was on the way to the studio. The first time I heard my cousin's verse was the day before the studio session. Okay, all of that was different when we got in the studio. Okay,
And
when we
yo,
got in,
bro, and you probably don't remember, and I was like, I said, yo, how long did you, how long was it that you had gave him the track? Because it was like he just made up something. I was like, did he just make up those lyrics right now? Because
yeah,
it was
yeah,
crazy.
because he's quick with it, bro. Like, and then my cousin goes in, he does a verse. My son does his verse. My cousin goes in, does the ending to the song, And then my son is like, hold up, I got something. He doesn't tell me what it is. But at this point in time, I got full faith in both of them. Like I'm like, yo, go rock out. You know what I mean? He goes in and then he does a couple of chants. My cousin's like, yo, that's it. Yo, that little dude is so. And I was like, yo, cuz, I tell you,
Yo, bro.
I
The
tell you.
ending of and then the ending of the song. Here go my little input. I had two little inputs in it. At the crescendo of the chorus,
Hmm.
like the crescendo, the build up, that part, and yo, at, at the end of the song when they says what, I said, yo, put an echo on it, and it echoed
Yep.
out, you know,
Yo,
and I was like, cause I said I've never had that opportunity again, probably, but just to be there, bro, to see it, and I'm like,
man, we had a great
I can
night that
imagine,
night.
bro, I can imagine being in a like you have, being in a big time, well known studio, you know, we
Man,
just found this cat, and his
I
price
tell you,
was price was pretty decent,
being in the
and
studio with my cuz has always been amazing to me. You know what I mean? Because I've been in the studio with him quite a bit. Um, but I would say this: I think one of my greatest times in the studio, um, when I sat down and recorded a few songs with Royez and Mercury from Foursome D's. Mercury from Foursome D's was probably the one of the pinnacles because I actually wrote some songs for his artists. This is right before he passed. So I was in the studio at the time and we rocking. You know what I mean? I come out to go to the bathroom and he's like, You in that studio session right there? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm puzzled because I'm like, he look like that cat from Foursome G's. Foursome D's. and and he's like, could you come and sit one, I said, well, give me a second, let me finish this. I'll come in and and just sit in your session or whatever. So I go back in mine and it was called Big Mouth Studios. And the owner, me and him was mad cool. He was like, that was Foursome D's, right? That was Mercury. And I was like, I thought that's who it was. Because he was asking me to sit in the session. He said, oh yeah, he said, guys, a couple of his artists in there. I said, oh, okay. So I go in there and we chopping it up. I meet his artists. It was a guy and a girl. Chopping it up with them, whatever. And, he was like, well, what do you think? I gave my little input. I said, well, if she said X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 that might be fire. He said, oh, I love that. I love that. Let's add that in. And the guy said what he had to say. I said, what about if you ended it like X, Y, da, 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 da? He's like, can you stay in here with us? And next thing you know, we started writing. And yeah, it was fire. It was fire. I mean, it was mostly this. I'm not saying that I wrote anything for him. It was just input. And the funny thing about that was there was a song that Doc had called Burning Bed. I was just listening to it on the way to the studio. And I was referencing the the scheme of how they were rhyming to their rhyme. When I tell you it fit perfect, it was fire. That's where I got it from. So I got it from you, Doc. you know, just letting you know, I got it from you, bro. You know, but yeah, man. So that's what Jazz was referencing was that situation with um the Knicks.
yeah,
Um,
that whole experience was, and I just had a little morsel of what it's like with the industry, and And I know how fascinated I was just by that little bit of what we created and your vision of, oh, bro, we're gonna shop this to the Knicks.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm thinking of, man, it ain't no way. You made them contacts and we even did a street team promo at Madison Square Garden, you know. And I was like, yo, Sack, hold on.
Yo.
Dax had the system in the truck. I said, yo, bro, let me out right here. I'm a videotape. So you go around the block, and as you come up the block, the music blasted, and I'm a video it. And
Yo.
sure enough, yo, the people next to me, as they was hearing
They
it, they
yo.
was like rocking out with it, like
If we'd have had like a block party back then, like we have now, man, we had this old white lady. Yo, she was on a corner of what was it, Fifth Avenue and 33rd, I think it was. I mean, she was dancing hard. She was like, I like that song. Play it again. Yo, that's why I say that that song by Swiss Beats, it wasn't bad. It just didn't compare. You know what I mean? And you knew it was politics. You knew that it was just because they had a relationship. You know what I mean? It was like, I don't want to really disrespect Swiss Beats because I may need him later on. Instead of saying, Swiss, I gotta go
but you
with
know
these little
what?
homies.
But Swiston, he didn't have the elements of the team like we did. Like the references of
Yeah,
the team, the players
yeah.
of the team, like they incorporated all that, bro.
He didn't have the cadence. Like the song was built for the garden. Like the whole vibe inside, you could have this whole thing rocking. Rocking. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
because we won a championship, that song is so relevant right now. It's so relevant right now. The names and everything that's in it, it's so relevant right now.
Or
You know what I mean? Like,
Carmelo, yeah, Carmelo, what's Chandler, Amari,
yo,
uh,
bro, man,
even the Chinese kid,
Lynn, Jeremy Lin.
Lin, Jeremy Lin, yeah, double discount, double check discount, because
Man, listen,
it was the perfect song for them, bro.
it's the perfect
If
song
the
now.
team would have heard, see, I think this is what I don't think. I don't think they did. Like
They didn't
like
play
say
for the team.
when the team is not
Mm-hmm.
practicing, but either practicing
Mm-hmm.
or while they're in the getting dressed or whatever, play that for
Yeah,
them. It ain't nowhere in the
absolutely,
world they wouldn't have said, "Nah, we want
absolutely.
this song right there."
Now
You know.
you could play Swiss beats, but you better make sure you play this, because they would. I'm telling you, the Garden would have been rocking, rocking. I'm telling you. So I
Yo,
picked it
bro,
out. I told
I'm
Jazz,
checking.
I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go on
Mm-hmm.
this site. I'm gonna get our song." Jazz like, "Okay." He was like, "Okay." Nah, bro. Listen, I'm gonna call my cuz. I'm gonna ask him if he can get down with this. You know what I mean? Because I think it's gonna be a dope project. Blah blah blah. Jazz was like, okay, you know. Then I found the perfect beat. Yo,
Where
I hit dude up, like, yo,
I,
here's da da da.
he told me, he
We
said, "Yo, Jazz, I got that." I said, "How much you want for it? Let's get it."
or he was on it. So then I'm sitting down, and me and Jazz is collaborating on, you know, what it was gonna be. And Jazz said something to me, and I was like, "That's it." He was like, "What's it?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "What? Yeah, what? Yeah, like what, bro? Like, you think you gonna come in the garden and punk us? What? Nah, it ain't it." Yo, and then Cuz got on. You know, we was vibing a little bit after I talked to him about it. He said he was with it. He said, let me think on it. He said, I got you. Then boom. He did a little something and I said, yo, Dad, I said, so what about you? You think about you want to get down there? He said, okay, I'll write something for it. You know, everybody, nonchalant. Yo, I'm on 10. Right? I'm on 10. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, yeah. And then I got all the contacts in line. And it was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the studio, we're gonna do this, blah, 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 boom, boom. And it went like clockwork. Yo, it was like it was meant to be. Cause
Yo,
everything
bro.
was going as clockwork.
Yo, bro. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about me shooting out from Long Island to your crib. We jump in the truck, me, you, Dave, and then we go to Brooklyn to pick up Doc. And we on our way to Manhattan, bro, to make it happen. It was
Yo, it was crazy. It was like it wasn't pandemonium. You know what I mean? Because we was like a little late, but not like late, not like that or whatever. The engineer was like, "It's perfect because my session is running over, blah blah blah, whatever. I got y'all, just And he had a little spot. He ain't had no huge studio, whatever.
nah,
But
man.
this dude
Right?
was mad cool. Like
Yo, bro. Yo,
Josh,
bro.
Killer Bee Area Studios.
I'm
I
thinking,
never forget it.
yo, bro. Was his monitor? Was it 60 something inches at that time?
Something like that.
That's like,
Something like that.
like it took up most of his whole living room, and it
Yo,
was just
listen.
enough for
And
the
then
the
he
five
was
of us.
like, I hope everything on a flash drive is tracked out properly. You know, yo, he plugged it in.
He like,
He
yeah,
said
bro.
he was like, yo, this is the first time this ever happened. And I was like, oh man, what happened now? He was like, nah. He said everything dropped where it was supposed to be. I was like, really? He said,
Pro
yeah, now
Tools,
we can
was-
just get
Pro
right to
Tools,
business.
Pro Tools was rocking back then, bro.
Yo. And I say about 15 minutes, we was headphones on recording. There was no issues, no nothing, man. We was 15 minutes, headphones on, let's go. And before I knew it, end of the session, fully recorded song. He already had it half mastered. It wasn't completed, but you know what I mean? He already worked on some of the sound. Yo, it was banging in the studio. He was
Yo,
like, y'all got a hit. Like this. And the funny thing about it was he wasn't even a hip hop engineer.
because
Yo,
I think it was what he was, a rock dude or something.
yeah, son.
A rock, because he looked like he was when we came up
But
there. We was like, oh shoot, but he was
those
young.
sometimes, those
You know,
sometimes be the best engineers.
yeah, because he was young, and you could see he was energetic, and
Listen,
because the music itself was almost I can't even really describe a category for that for the music.
bro, listen, Josh, and I
But
don't know if it's,
it
I
was,
gotta look it up.
it was pop
Josh from
popish.
Killer Bee Studios. I never forget it. And he murdered it, bro. Murdered it.
Yeah, bro. He was moving around in that program, bro. Like, and then and like I said, the terminology it clicked. He clicked with
Mm-hmm.
Doc so quick. Like when Doc
They was on together.
when he came up with the intro of the song, it was like just the intro was like it's gonna make you. If you haven't heard the song before, you finally do hear it. Just the intro is gonna make you be like, because it was hype.
Yep.
Like the hypeness of it was like, oh man, it was like it was
I'm
mastered.
telling you.
The way he mastered that song, bro, it's unbelievable. Because those lyrics went with that song so perfect.
Doc killed that song. My Sunday murdered that song. There was suicide all over that beat. She just murdered that song. But once again, that's what Jazz was referencing. You know what I mean? So y'all now have an in-depth understanding as to what he was talking about. You know what I mean? So
Go find that song and hear it for yourself.
now you're
And
gonna
this,
find it. All you
yo,
gotta do is
bro,
go to our channel.
how long ago
It's
was
there.
this? Was this like 20 years ago?
Huh?
How long ago was that? Like 20 years ago?
This was 2013, 2014.
2014?
Yeah,
That's it.
probably like 13 years ago. I say only like it was yesterday, right?
I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah. 2012, 12, or 2013.
And I think that was the year that the Knicks won 54 games that year.
52, 53, something like
Yeah, something like that. Okay,
that.
yeah. I thought
Yeah.
for some reason I thought it was longer, but
Yeah.
it was a good
But
experience though.
yeah, I ain't
That
gonna lie.
that, that experience was awesome, bro. That was an awesome
Listen,
time right there.
we've
Yeah.
had we've had plenty after that, but that was probably the um the the most fun I've had creating music with my family. You know what I mean? Getting Jazz involved because Jazz is not really an artist like that, but
No, I not really an artist. I ain't. I'm not an artist.
I
Oh,
wasn't trying to. I was trying to put it in that light, bro. You know what
yo, because I was even like so even when we did the chorus, right? I was like, I'm trying to de- distinct some of the voices in the chorus. Seth was like, yo, I hear you. Like, I don't hear me though.
Yeah, we doubled and tripled
No,
up on that.
I said, I
So
know I'm in there, but I think because it was so melodic, the chorus and
yeah,
it's I can't sing for crap. And
yeah,
and
we
I
we
and I
did,
know
bro.
I know the chorus, I didn't butcher it. And I can't sing, but the
We
came
made
up
sure Jazz was
wor-
good, bro.
yo, bro.
We
Seth was
definitely
like, yo,
made sure my brother
yo,
was
Chaz,
good.
I hear you. I hear you. I was like, I don't hear me, bro. But
I do.
which
Actually, I hear all of them. I hear all four of us.
all I can say is because I don't got good singing tune. And I was like, shit, at least I have three other people to help cover me up a little bit. And I was on time.
Nah, you was good, bro. We made sure my brother was straight. You know what I'm saying? And we had a great night, man. Had a
Mhm,
great night, man. You know. So, but
mhm,
yeah, man. Um, I want to do another one. I want to do another
mhm.
one. I just I don't want to do it this year. Even though a lot of people are like, oh, you should do it. We want a chip. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do it this year. You
But
know what I
yo,
mean?
bro, you know what? You know what we need to do though?
What's that?
We need to reach out to Ray and have him come on the show whenever we think about talking about it again and do
I'm
an
with it.
interview and,
I'm with it.
and yeah and,
Actually,
and
we could
actually and
take
actually
all
get the
this down
process.
to the garden and shoot it there. Shoot it in his office. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
Yeah.
Overlooking the garden floor. You know?
Well,
I'm with
mhm.
it. So
Like 10 years later or 15 years later, you
yeah.
know, like what coulda, should have happened
What
if
was your mindset in going and using corny behind? Now we start.
yo,
And not
bro,
going with your boys.
because I think after he told us that they were going with Swiss Beats, that was like basically it. Now we can get that opportunity to ask him what went into the selection. I know he said he had to let a few high execs listen to it, whatever.
Yeah, he
Um,
gave us some excuse.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Try to take it off himself, but
yeah.
it's all good. It's all good.
Hmm. So,
But at the end of the day, um, I stand behind what we did. You know what I mean? I stand behind that project. You once again, I tell everybody, Doc is probably one of the illest lyricists that I know. You know, I have so many family members that write, and they are absolutely talented. My son being one of them. So, um, I just stand behind the project. I mean, I said, look, like Jazz said, go to the channel, listen to the song, and yeah.
Yo, bro, just recently, not too long ago, one of my family members, maybe a few months ago, and I was telling him about the situation. He's a big Knick fan and everything, sports fan.
Mm.
And yo, I mean, we almost had a shot to be the the, the hype song for the Knicks. And he was like, "What?" Like, yo, I'm gonna send you the song. I sent the song to him. He was like, "Yo," he said that song was banging. I need to do something with it. you
Bro,
know?
everybody that listen to that song, they said the same thing. They was like, how? And then I remember at one point in time, I was allowing the song for Swiss Beats and the Knicks, and I was playing them, side by side basically, and they were like, how did they choose that over yours? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think that's what I need to do. I need to put that on social media. You know what I mean? Just so people can say,
Even let people switch pick. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, man, that's crazy. Mhm.
yeah. It was one of those times, man, that I could say I was at the project for my project. You know what I mean? So
The fact that even cats that did videos and stuff like that, they were like, "Yo, reached out. Can I do a video on the song?" And he
yeah,
even had
yeah,
his
yeah.
video. He even had the time slots with right perfect too with the players and stuff.
Yo,
So
they had mad cats like Jazz said calling up like, yo, we want to redo the video. Um, you know, look, knock yourself out, bro. I ain't mad at y'all. If I can get a free video out of it, I'm with you. You
uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Push the song. I'm with it. You know.
uh-huh.
So
Yeah, bro. It went well. Now, oh, bro, too bad, man. Because this, could you imagine of thinking about part two of something
oh,
like that with for the Knicks one?
man, we was talking about it. We was talking about it. You know what I mean? Finding another hype song. I just didn't want to do a song just to do a song. I wanted the song to have its own legs, the same as the first one, and then you know just outdo.
And you know what? That song, when you found it, if it wasn't for the project, because it was the, I wouldn't, that song wouldn't, I wouldn't have never captured my ear in any other way other than that project we did. It was like
Yeah,
perfect crowd energy song. I wouldn't have seen it any
that's what I
other
meant.
in any other thing other than that specific. And how the hell you found that song out of all the ones that you listened to? And it's like
Yo,
you're
I
like,
went
yo,
through
Jazz, I got it.
hundreds of songs,
This is it. Yeah,
hundreds
perfect.
of songs,
And I just envisioned in my mind, like, yo,
bro.
that's
I'm on the bus listening to some of the songs, right? Because I will record them, and then I would save them rather, and then on the way to work, while I was at work, and on my way home, I'm listening to these tracks. I'm talking about song after song after song after song. And then I came up with three, and I was like, I gotta pick out of one of these three. And then one day I was going through some other songs, and I was like, wait a minute, this is rewind it, hit it again. Yo, this is fire. And then I let Jazz listen to it, and he was like, I like it. And we started talking about something, and I was like, that's it. And he was like, what's it? I said, that's the name of the song. He was like, what? I said, exactly. And he was like, what? And I was like, exactly. What? Yo. And Jazz was like, yo, you mean the name of the song? I was like, yes. It's called What? you know? Yo.
Yo, bro, and the title, the song, the intro, just that song, the intro is just so amazing of the song before the regular part of the song, just the intro, the way
Yeah.
it starts out, everything, man, is like that cat that created that beat, bro. I don't know what type of
Fire.
genre of
Fire.
beat maker he was, but that kid was gifted. And
Yeah, he was doing R&B and hip hop. So
yo, what did we give that guy for that song? Did we give him 50 or more than that?
we
Bought
get
it
more than
for him.
that.
What was it,
More than
about
that.
50, $100 we bought it for?
Uh,
It wasn't much.
I mean, it was under five,
Was
maybe
it a
four.
couple of hundred or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. It was. I think.
Yeah,
I think it was like 450 or something like
we paid that much for it.
that.
It was worth it, bro.
Yo,
Whatever
Chad's
it
like,
was,
yo,
whatever it
we.
was, it was worth it.
Oh, it was worth it.
Because
It
it
was
was the
definitely worth it.
it was the perfect project song
Yeah, it was
to
definitely
build
worth it.
on and stuff like that. And we couldn't have had. I don't think that song would have worked with no other two people that Day and Dot.
Oh, definitely not. They
It was,
they they work so well off of each other, man. Like I could see them doing a complete album together. That's how well they worked off each other. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but yo, we can talk all day about this project, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that joint was probably one of the best times we've had, man. Cause we've had, listen, me and Jazz have had so many highlights working together, bro.
For
This is
sure.
my brother for real. When I tell you, when it come
But
down to
from
business,
yeah,
we don't slack
and
on
from
nothing. You know what I
and
mean?
and and giving back while doing it with the charity work,
Man,
charity
we've
stuff
done
we've done.
charity, we've done regular business, music, videos, photography. Like, bro, we've done a lot in this business. You know what I'm saying? So, but I say all that to say that
Mhm.
um, I don't think I would have wanted anybody else as a partner. That's my brother Jazz.
Yo,
You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
just think about how cats were like, yo, y'all still picking Tuesdays and Wednesdays?
Yeah.
Them Tuesdays and Wednesdays allowed us to do a lot of stuff,
Yo,
bro.
they have no clue. No clue. That Tuesday and Wednesday, yo, we was everywhere. We was able to get part of so many different. Because listen, everybody think that all events happen on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Friday. You don't realize how many events happen on a Tuesday and a Wednesday,
Mhm.
man. But anyway, we can sit here and talk about our whole Wikipedia. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't want anybody else as a partner than my brother Jazz. You know what I mean?
No doubt. And
I love that dude, man.
that vice versa, bro.
You know,
From the day we met, it was
oof,
on and popping.
Katrina.
Yo, bro, I
Never
think
forget it.
the day that we met, I think we probably went at least 6, 7, 8 years without not talking to each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Like without an interruption. Even when I was on I was away doing union work. It the chat was like we built, bro. It
yeah.
became brothers, a family type, everything, and
Man, our families are so tight. It's like we family. We are family, but you
so
know,
it's so to the point of where it was Zach said, and I'm gonna say what you said. I told you we was family. Subsequently, Zach's sister texts me, she like Tony, what's the sister name? Rokia. I was like, yeah, she's married to James. So Zach was like, I told you, bro, we was family.
I felt it in my bones, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a fact. Yeah, I
it's
remember
crazy.
we used to hang around these dudes, and there's one guy I used to hang around with, and he used to be like, everything. Like I said, we all had Tuesday and Wednesday, so he'd be like, "Yo, let's go such and such. Let's go Sizzlers or whatever. Let's go." I said, "All right, let's call Tone up." His wife ain't gonna let him out. I'm like, what? Yeah, man, I'll be trying to call, and he'd be like, can't get out because my wife, she won't. She'll start having an attitude. I was like, dang, bro, it's like that. So he kept saying it, and I'm like, something don't sound right. So one day, I go by the crib, right, and we chopping. I'm like, yo, let's call Tone. You already know he ain't gonna be able to get out because his wife. All right, so let me call Tone up real quick. Yo, T, you really can't get out because your wife won't let you out? He was like, what? Who told you that? Yo, mind you, the dude is standing right next to me. Right? So I'm like, so and so said, you can't get out because he said, man, my wife is the coolest person. Now, mind you, I think I only met his wife once, and that's like in a flash. So we wasn't really like, vibing like as family at that time. We cool, but we just like we not like we are now. So he's like, so I said, well, we about to go to so and so and so. He's all right. I'll meet you there. So he get there, right? And Tony's like, we know we talking. So I was like, yo, so why your wife don't let you out? He was like, yo, who told you that? So I was like, he told me that. So he was like, nah, you remember that time? I said, bro, nah, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Every time I said, can he come out? He'd be like, nah, his wife, blah, blah, blah. Every single time.
I
So don't
think
make it seem like I'm
I think
bugging.
I think that was not getting me entrenched in the group, something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and that was
Absolutely.
definitely furthest from the truth. Truth, because
Listen, once I met Des, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say the government. Once I met your wife, um, I knew then he was the biggest untruth telling guy that I knew. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, there was no reason. No reason. You know what I mean? And truthfully, we could have been all just been like super tight. It didn't matter. Like, we all doing music, all DJs, all talking about doing some type of other business. Like, there's a million and one things we could have done. Listen, I sat down at a table with 6 guys, me and Tone, and we laid out this plan and how we can do something in business and do it right. And they tried to steal everything that I said and leave us out of it. Like, why would you do that when we trying to include you in the thing that we just tried to put together? You know? But
I don't remember. I can remember that day, bro. You was like, "Yo, Dad, you don't believe what happened." I'm like, "What happened?" Like, no, so just you got to deal with something. I'm like, him and who? Him and so and so, and then they include us. They was like, "No, we the one who basically put it."
we spearheaded the whole thing, man. It was just like, and I said, you know what? It's cool. We'll just go ahead and do our own thing like we was talking about doing. And as lo and behold, as you know, more things worked out for us. Better things worked out for us. You know what I mean? Mind you, we could have been a bigger conglomerate together, but dudes just didn't want to rock with it like that. So it was all good. It was all good. And look, over a decade and some change later, me and my brothers rocking out hard, doing bigger things, better things. So once again, shout out to my brother Jazz.
For sure, bro.
Yeah, but it's right here. I'll just leave it there. I'll put it. Okay. So, sorry about that. See, I told y'all we stay live. But yeah. Shout out to my brother Jazz. And once again, we're gonna, send our condolences to the 2 brothers, Kurt T and Michael Wright. Our condolences to the families.
For sure, condolences.
Family and friends, I should say. Okay. To all the fans of those artists, you know what I mean? I know it's a heavy blow, because it's a heavy blow for me too, but, they gave us laughter, they gave us music, they gave us their artistry, so they'll live on in us for a
I was just
long
about to
time.
say, yeah, bro, they got material out there that's going to outlive all of us.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So shout out to my brother Mac, my brother Cole,
the Quad Squad, fantastic
Squad.
Awesome.
Miss my brothers. Be glad when they back up on the air. You know what I mean? But as usual, man, ain't nothing like the dynamic duo, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word up. So,
All
shoot
right,
to
bro.
everybody, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. And listen, next week is going to be another week.
All right.
For
sure.
Shout out to you, my brother.
Shout outs to you, my brother.
And we'll holler at you in a little bit.
For sure. And once again, y'all know our slogan. Each one support one.
Each one support one.
That's right, bro.
Sure,
no need hogging it all to yourself.
I know that's right.
To support your
sure
brother
y'all stay
and get
tight.
that support. Yep, support your brother and get your support back.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We support everybody, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? And make sure y'all have a good night. Stay laid back like a dead fly.
Dead fly.
Man, I'll tell you the story about that one later. Salute to you, my brother.
All right, broski.
All right,
See you later. Yes, sir.
Peace.